The Volkswagen ID.4. The Volkswagen ID.4 and Volkswagen ID.5 are battery electric compact crossover SUVs produced by Volkswagen based on the MEB platform. The ID.4 is the second model of the Volkswagen ID series. The production version of the ID.4 debuted in September 2020 as the first fully electric crossover SUV under the Volkswagen brand, while the coupe-shaped variant of the ID.4, akin to the Audi Q8 Sportback e-tron, is marketed as the Volkswagen ID.5 and was presented in November 2021. The ID.4 is positioned by Volkswagen as a high-volume mass-market electric vehicle, a car for the millions, not the millionaires, as the company claimed in its advertising. It was delivered to European customers from late 2020 and the first quarter of 2021 for the North American market. The ID.4 was elected World Car of the Year 2021 over runner-ups Honda, E and Toyota Yaris. The vehicle was updated for model year 2024 to include a more powerful and efficient APP 550 electric motor with increased range, as well as heavy revised software and infotainment hardware. Overview. The ID.4 was previewed by the ID Cross and ID Cross 2 concept cars, which debuted in 2017 at the Shanghai and Frankfurt Auto Show, respectively. A prototype version of the ID.4 appeared in camouflage at the 2019 Frankfurt Motor Show discreetly, so as to not steal the show from the first electric mass market vehicle of the German brand, the ID.3. The production version was presented globally on September 23, 2020. Unlike the ID.3, which is oriented mainly for the European market, the ID.4 also targeted the North American region as one of its core markets. Volkswagen Group of America CEO Scott Keogh went as far as saying that the ID.4 drives like a GTI. It has the packaging of a Tiguan and the purpose of the Beetle, to emphasize its driving dynamics, design, and technology. At launch, the electric SUV was solely offered with rear-wheel drive and an electric motor located at the rear axle, with the dual-motor all-wheel drive version to follow later. First sales were for the ID.4 First Edition, which differs in some interior and exterior features from the series production models. Headlights and taillights are mostly LED lamps on the ID.4, with matrix LED lights being an optional feature in some regions. The front features a low-positioned air inlet, behind which the radiator and parts of the air conditioning system are located. Short overhangs and a wheelbase of 2,766 millimeters, 108.9 inches, add up to a length of 4,584 millimeters, 180.5 inches. Wheels are offered in 18 to 21 inch sizes. RWD models can tow a maximum of 1,000 kilograms, 2,200 pounds, on a bracket trailer with an optional tow bar, and feature roof rails as standard. With a 5.3 inch driver display and a 10 inch infotainment screen, as well as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard equipment, the ID.4 features an optional augmented reality head-up display, HUD or HUD, as well as an optional 12-inch infotainment screen. The design includes a light strip below the windscreen, providing visual cues related to certain functions, such as the state of charge SOC when charging or brake alerts, which VW calls ID Light. Safety features include VW's Car2X communication system. An optional heat pump extending range under low temperature conditions is offered or fitted as standard equipment in certain markets, such as Canada, and uses a R744 CO2 refrigerant. VW claims the heat pump can warm the cabin 2 to 3 times more efficiently than a resistance heater. The boot or trunk offers 848 liters of volume and 1,817 liters when the rear seats are folded. The vehicle does not offer storage compartment at the front end, also called a frunk. The ID.4 were to be launched in Australia along with the ID.3, ID.5, and ID Buzz in mid-2024. The launches of the ID.4 and ID.5 in Australia were delayed past the original date. For the 2024 model year, the ID.4 and ID.5 receives an update including a larger 12.9-inch infotainment display with new software. 82 kilowatt-hour models also get an upgraded APP 550 motor, providing improved power and efficiency at the same time. Volkswagen ID.5. The Volkswagen ID.5 was previewed in August 2021, revealed in November 2021, and produced since January 2022. It features a lower 0.26 drag coefficient, which is 0.02 lower than the ID.4. The model is available in 3 variants, which are Pro Performance, and GT, with the latter using a dual motor all-wheel drive layout. 3 powertrain options are available, although unlike the ID.4, the ID.5 comes with just one battery capacity, which is 77 kilowatt hours. The ID.5 sloping roofline decreases the cargo space, which offers 549 liters with the rear seats up and 1,561 liters with the seats folded. Specifications. Powertrain. Since model year 2024, the ID.4 is fitted with the APP 550 electric drive, which is an oil-cooled, brushless, permanently excited synchronous machine positioned at the rear axle. The motor produces up to 210 kilowatt, 286 PS, 282 horsepower of power, and up to 550 metric newtons, 410 foot-pounds of torque, revolving at speeds of up to 16,000 RPM. All-wheel drive variants have an additional motor on the front axle. The ID.4 recuperates energy when braking using the surface brake pedal with a deceleration of up to 0.25 Gs. When driving with the gear selector set to D mode, if the driver lifts the foot off the accelerator pedal, the vehicle is set to coast along in order to preserve energy with the motor freely rotating. However, the vehicle can also be set to B mode, where it will recuperate instead, again with forces of up to 0.25 G. When stronger deceleration is required, the vehicle uses electrically boosted conventional hydraulic brakes via disc brakes at the front and sealed drum brakes at the rear. Battery. The battery consists of a lithium-ion battery pack which houses 9 battery modules in 10 compartments, pure models, or 12 modules in Pro models, with each module containing the individual battery cells, 24 per module, in a rectangular aluminum casing which sits in the vehicle's underbody. While the smaller battery holds an energy content of 55 kilowatt hours, of which 52 kilowatt hours are made available to the user, the larger pack comes in an 82 kilowatt hours, where 77 are available. A model with 62 kilowatt hours gross with 58 kilowatt hours net battery pack was released for the North American market in 2022. 82 kilowatt hour batteries supplied by LG Energy Solution originally had a peak DC fast charging rate of 125 kilowatt, but was increased to 135 kilowatt in an over-the-air update. The battery's thermal management system is designed to maintain the battery's temperature around the ideal range of 25 degrees C, that's 77 degrees Fahrenheit, and utilizes liquid cooling. There's a specifications chart with categories of model name, battery capacity, drivetrain, availability, range, acceleration time, power output, peak torque, top speed, curb weight, peak DC charge, or peak DC fast charge rate. Markets: Europe For the European market, the ID.4 is available in 4 electric motor options. The versions with 146 horsepower, 148 PS, 109 kilowatt, or 168 horsepower, 170 PS, 125 kilowatt, are powered by a 52 kilowatt hour battery pack, while the larger 77 kilowatt hour battery can be paired with either 172 horsepower, 174 PS, 124 kilowatt, or a 201 horsepower, 204 PS, 150 kilowatt motor, and has a WLTP range of up to 323 miles, that's 520 kilometers, on a single charge. The range topping model is capable of a 0 to 100 kilometer per hour, that is 0 to 62 mile per hour sprint in 8.5 seconds. A AWD all-wheel drive variant of the ID.4, marketed as the ID.4 GTX in Europe, accelerates 0 to 96 kilometers per hour, 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.7 seconds, and 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, 0 to 62 miles per hour in 6.2 seconds. All the values given above have changed significantly since the model was launched. For the 2024 model year, the 0 to 100 kilometers per hour acceleration time for the fastest model is 5.4 seconds. The ID.4 is produced at the Volkswagen Zuckau-Moselle plant in Germany since start of production, and is also built at the company's Emden plant since May 2022. North America. For the North American market, the available configurations are RWD configuration that produces 201 horsepower, 150 kilowatt, and 229 foot-pounds of torque, that's 310 metric newtons, or an AWD all-wheel drive configuration that produces 295 horsepower, 220 kilowatt, and 339 foot-pounds, 460 metric newtons of torque. It is powered by a 62 kilowatt or 82 kilowatt battery pack, gross capacity, positioned in the underbody. The 82 kilowatt hour battery pack offers a range of 245 to 280 miles, that's 394 to 451 kilometers, on a full charge on the EPA cycle, depending on the version. The 62 kilowatt hour battery pack is rated at 209 miles, 336 kilometers by the EPA. 2021-2022 models were imported to North America and built in the Volkswagen Zuckau-Moselle plant and or Emden plant since model year 2022. In August 2022, Volkswagen announced production location changes and added features for 2023 model year ID.4s. As of the 2023 model, Volkswagen ID.4 units sold in North America would be made in Volkswagen Chattanooga, Tennessee assembly plant. Chattanooga began producing the ID.4 on July 26, 2022. The North American ID.4 got a moderate refresh for model year 2023. It introduced a new 62 kilowatt hour battery pack that is now on the new standard and S trim levels. The 62 kilowatt hour gross battery pack is provided exclusively by SK On and has a peak charging rate of 140 kilowatt. The standard trim level reduced the base price of the ID.4 to $37,495, up to $38,995 since December 2022. The larger 82 kilowatt hour gross battery pack got updated, and since December 2022, it is split between 2 battery suppliers to increase production output, SK On and LG Energy Solution. On 82 kilowatt hour RWD models, some vehicles get the SK On battery pack providing 170 kilowatt peak charging speed, while other vehicles get the LG Energy Solutions battery pack with 135 kilowatt peak charging speed, as used in most pre-2023 model year vehicles. All 82 kilowatt hour AWD models get the SK On battery with the 170 kilowatt peak charging. Volkswagen quotes a 10 to 80% DC fast charging time of 30 minutes for the SK On battery pack and 36 minutes for the LG battery pack. The battery capacity and EPA rated range are identical between the two battery packs. The 2023 refresh also includes a redesigned center console, a larger 12-inch Discover Pro Max infotainment system, Park Assist Plus autonomous parking system, assisted lane changing to the semi-autonomous highway assist system branded Volkswagen Travel Assist. Travel Assist is standard on every North American ID.4. However, 2021-2022 models do not have the assisted lane change function. And 45-watt USB-C fast device charging standard across all trims, as well as new options like area view, surround view camera system, 3-zone automatic climate control, heated rear seats, and new paint colors. China. The Volkswagen ID.4 is available as two variants in China called the ID.4X and the ID.4 Cross. The two variants feature slightly different styling and are produced by SAIC Volkswagen and FAW Volkswagen respectively. The ID.4 Cross is similar to the European ID.4 and is offered with a smaller battery and range of 400 kilometers, 249 miles, and 125 kilowatt, 168 horsepower, 170 PS of power, as well as a longer ranged version offering 550 kilometers, 342 miles of range according to the NEDC test, and 150 kilowatt, 201 horsepower, 204 PS of power. A high performance version with dual motor all-wheel drive and 225 kilowatt, 302 horsepower, 306 PS, as well as 520 kilometers, 323 miles of range is to be released as well. For the SAIC Volkswagen ID.4X, the car gains 20 millimeters, 0.8 inches in length, mainly through the addition of a different bumper. Safety. The ID.4 in North America was awarded Top Safety Pick Plus by the IIHS from 2021 to 2023. There's an IIHS scores chart, as well as an Euro NCAP test results for 2021. Sales and marketing, there's a chart, ID.4 and ID.5 sales. It goes by year, global production of each model, and in each area available or zone, Europe, US, and China.